Well, that just happened. Thiago Santos versus Johnny Walker just went the distance. The distance in the main event of UFC Fight Night Vegas 38, Santos versus Walker. The distance. All 5 rounds. Thiago Santos versus Johnny Walker. And not only did it just go all 5 rounds, it might have been one of the worst main events of the entire year. That was so little in activity, low in excitement. The distance. Thiago Santos, Johnny Walker just went 5-minute rounds, and I tell you, they feel like 10-minute rounds when you're watching a fight like that. It was one of the most frustrating things to watch I've ever watched in my life. However, there are some positives to take away from this. It was a technical striking match over the 5 rounds. I did believe that Thiago Santos did enough to win. I had him winning the 2nd and the 3rd round. I had Walker maybe winning the 4th, but I could also see that one going to Santos. Walker winning the 1st round on numbers alone. Then the 5th round I had going towards Thiago Santos, definitely. I thought Thiago Santos won this fight 3 rounds to 2, or maybe at a push 4 rounds to 1. So at least they got the decision correct, because this one could have been a robbery from the stats they were showing us on screen, which were completely incorrect in favour of Johnny Walker, the up-and-coming star, of course. No coincidences there, though. What did they just make me wait until 2 a.m. UK time to watch? Their careers are on the line. I understand it in the perspective of Thiago Santos more. He's the older guy. He's worried about Johnny Walker coming up and taking his spot and him losing his career whatsoever. He's on the last fight of his contract, and he's ahead in some of those rounds. And he knows that he's ahead, so he doesn't really need to do as much. He landed some good body kicks. He landed some good leg kicks. There was a couple of big punches that he landed as well. But for Johnny Walker, do you, not want to win? And I know his coaches were telling him that he needs to keep doing the same thing. I have no idea what the coaches were watching. He was losing that fight. At best, it was 2-2 for him going into the 5th round. He did not need to keep doing what he was doing. I don't believe that was the case whatsoever. He was getting outpointed. He was getting outpowered. He was losing in terms of who was landing the bigger shots. But he just remained doing the same thing, feinting on the outside, landing little oblique kicks on Thiago Santos. I don't think he landed a clean punch, I want to say, in the entire fight, maybe. Didn't see that one land. Maybe it did. Who knows? What the fuck was that I just witnessed? Seriously, this is like a Derek Lewis versus Ngannou moment. You don't expect this to happen, but they were so gun-shy of each other and didn't want to get KO'd. I guess they are both a little bit chinny. Johnny Walker more so, but he actually took some pretty big shots in this one. Saw them coming, showed that he's not completely gone in the chin. His chin is still somewhat attached, and he can actually take some blows. But fuck me, that was shit. That was a shit main event. And sometimes you've just got to say that. I know that some people don't like that because it's a technical striking match. What improvements and patience shown by Thiago Santos. Completely understand there's going to be some people out there that want to say that kind of stuff and not call this what it was, which was an absolute shit show and a very boring main event. Neither of them wanted to commit with anything. Occasionally, Thiago Santos would land a good body kick or a good leg kick, and Johnny Walker would just sit there on the outside, do a bunch of this, rushing forward. Nothing happened. Hesitate on a kick that he wouldn't throw. Hesitate on a punch that he wouldn't throw. Throw a bunch of feints from the outside and basically try and fluke his way with a robbery to a decision win. Because I guess he was throwing more. But he wasn't even throwing more actual punches. I'm so confused. I know he was ahead on significant strikes, but that's mainly because of the 4th and this 1st round, apparently. Round 1, 9 significant strikes to 3 in favour of Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker wins that round. Round 2, 11-10 in favour of Thiago Santos. Round 3, 11-10 in favour of Thiago Santos. And Santos is landing all of the bigger shots in these moments as well. Round 2 and 3 are definitely Santos's. Round 4, 11-9 in favour of Johnny Walker. But I thought that Thiago Santos landed the cleaner shots in round 4 as well. And landed a big punch on Johnny Walker in round 4. And a couple of good body kicks. I think a spinning back kick. A spinning wheel kick to the body landed at one point in the 4th round. I'm running out of air here. What the fuck? And I'll give my compliments, I guess. Santos outstruck Walker for the best part of 5 rounds. So, he wins. And he's going to move up the division, and he might even move above Anthony Smith for that win, because when you think about it, he's already beaten Anthony Smith, and he did better against Rakic than Anthony Smith did, and also he beat Johnny Walker rather than Ryan Spann, and Walker beat Spann. So I guess Santos is going to move up to number 4 here, but do you even fucking re-sign him? I know they're going to re-sign him, but man, he asked for more money at the end of that fight. He asked for more money. Thiago Santos said, I've got a new contract coming soon. Please pay me more money. Like they're going to... He is lucky to get re-signed after that one. Like they're going to pay him more money. Like, you know what? That last performance, your name value's definitely on the up and up. We're going to double your wages here. He's not going to get paid more money in his next contract. He's going to be offered the same contract, in my opinion. That was such a timid shit show of a fight where no one wanted to commit whatsoever. But here's what I don't understand. Anyone who has eyes knows that the best case scenario for Johnny Walker is that the fight is 2-2 going into the 5th. It could be 3-1 Santos, but even still, the best case scenario for Johnny Walker is 2-2. His coaches should know this. He should know this. Everyone about the fight should know this. It's 2-2 at best for Johnny Walker going into the 5th round. Why? And I don't understand why fighters do this, and I'll never understand why they do this. Why do you not change anything? You're not winning. You know you're not winning. There's no way you won round 2 or 3. You know that as well, unless you're completely delusional in your own brain. Why, when round 5 starts, and they tell you to go out to the centre of the octagon again, and get off your stool and start round 5, do you continue to do exactly the same thing, get outlanded at range, get out significantly struck at range, let Thiago Santos land the bigger shots, and at no moment in the 5th round does he ever try a double leg, try a single leg, try and get the clinch and throw down Thiago Santos at the end of the round, try to push him up against the cage and land some knees to the body, try anything different in that fight at all, other than fainting on the outside like an absolute pansy, and maybe he could have won that fight for himself. Throw a big jumping kick. Go out there and try a flying knee or something like that. Just try and get a bit scrappy in the 5th round because you're losing the 5th round. He lost the first 3 minutes of the 5th round in my books and got hit with a big punch in the 5th round as well. Why? Why don't they change anything? I picked Thiago Santos to win. I'm not even angry that my pick lost or anything like that, but I wanted Johnny Walker to win because it's much better for the light heavyweight division if Johnny Walker can win and become a bit of a threat again. Imagine if Johnny Walker went out there and flying knee KO'd Thiago Santos in the 1st round. The hype would be back. He'd be another contender for the belt. Who knows? He's massive. He is massive. He is a heavyweight against a former middleweight in Thiago Santos out there. Genuinely, he's so much bigger than Thiago Santos. He has leg reach over him by, I want to say feet. I think he has feet of leg reach over Thiago Santos. Inches of arm reach over Thiago Santos as well. One of the longest winspans in the UFC. I believe he has a 6-inch reach advantage over Thiago Santos. And it's not like Santos has short arms either. He didn't throw a single jab. Like, what is there? Santos was landing good body kicks. He was landing good leg kicks whenever Johnny Walker would settle on a feint and not really throw anything. Santos would just drill a massive leg kick into him. So, Walker was going for oblique kicks, some teeps to the body. But nothing else, really. I thought Santos hurt him to the body at one point. It wasn't when Walker was grabbing his body. I think it was earlier on when a good body kick landed for Santos. I think Walker started to hunch over a bit more. But man, that was such a sour performance. But I will say this, and here's the one bit of advice that I would give as a compliment to Johnny Walker. He can actually do okay at light heavyweight if he continues to fight that way. If he can improve upon what he just went out there and did for 5 rounds and make himself better at doing that and more efficient at doing that and gain some confidence from not being KO'd in his last fight. Let's not forget he'd been out of the cage for a very long time when he took this bout against Santos. Maybe, if I'm looking for a silver lining here, maybe Santos, or maybe Johnny Walker, could do that to a Nikita Krylov in a rematch and maybe this time win it. A little bit more patient, sees the shots coming a little bit more patient on the outside, I'll say again, because that's how fucking patient he was. Picking his shots a bit more wisely, setting stuff up with the leg kicks first. Maybe, if Johnny Walker takes another 6 months and just develops upon that fundamental style that he's changed to, he can become a bit of a threat in that division. But why is he not establishing a jab? And I'll tell you why it's not happening. Thiago Santos trains at 80 tier. You know how many fucking big opponents there are at 80 tier? How many big guys there are? There's loads of them. There's heavyweights to train with. There's light heavyweights to train with. The biggest person at SBG is John Phillips, a fat middleweight. And Johnny Walker's 6'5" with a crazy reach. Why are you at... I know John Kavanagh trained Conor McGregor, and everyone loves John Kavanagh, and he's got a lot of followers. I get it. Why are you training with him? There are no people your size in that gym. I know his girlfriend lives in Ireland. I understand that as well. Why are you fucking there? Do you want a belt or do you want a girlfriend in Ireland? It's very, very simple. Go to ATT, train with the big boys, go to Team Elevation, get some working with Curtis Blades, get some working with Alistair Overeem as well. I'm sure he still pops in now and again to that gym, even though he's kickboxing now. Why would you be at SBG? The biggest person they have is John Phillips, and he's a fat middleweight who's cut from the UFC because he's shit. What a disappointment. Winner of this one, I guess. The winner of this, I guess, can take on the winner of Ankleev versus Ozdemir. I would say, if they're going to do the Rakic versus Smith rematch, which I don't even like them doing, but if they're going to do that one, which they kind of have to do, I guess they just need to get it done and over with in December. But for Santos, it's going to move up to number 4. The winner of Ankleev Ozdemir is probably going to take number 6 from Dominic Reyes. And then they'll just do number 4 versus number 6 for a title elimination bout opportunity for the winner, I guess. God, what a... I would have taken anything over that. I didn't even mind if my prediction lost on Thiago Santos and I lost all my betting money. I wouldn't have cared. Just don't give me that sour grapes of a main event. Like, that is such a bad thing to push momentum from. And for Johnny Walker, take some time off again. 5-6 months. Come back April, March, late March, early April of next year. Take on a guy like... Fuck, who does he even take on? I don't really care. The loser of Ankleev Ozdemir? Maybe Dominic Reyes. It depends how much longer Dominic Reyes is going to be out for. I feel like we're going to get a fight announcement from him very soon. Probably against Nikita Krylov as well, I would assume. Maybe a Nikita Krylov rematch for Johnny Walker. But if I was him, I'd be fucking looking for like a Misha Serkinov rematch. Because he looked so bad, man. He looked very bad. Like, what happened to the Johnny Walker that puts Khalil Roundtree in the clinch? Stone cold stares him into his eyes while he smashes elbows into him. I know he's been KO'd since then. I get that. But he'd been KO'd before the UFC. He still had that confidence coming in. There's something going on. Why wouldn't you switch it up a little bit in that 5th round? A takedown from Walker, who's a much bigger man, by the way, could have just scooped up a quick double leg. I know it's more difficult than that, I understand. But there's a chance that he could have done that, rather than not trying anything in the 5th round to try and win. There's a chance that he could have shot a takedown, even pushed Santos to the cage, landed a big knee to the body, a couple of follow-up shots, and then pushed away and got back to the centre of the octagon. He would have won the 5th round and probably the fight as well. Why not change it up a bit? Shit coaching, I guess. Or just stupid Johnny Walker. In the corner, losing the fight, maybe 2-2 going into the 5th. John Kavanagh's trying to give him advice, and he's breaking the 4th wall with the audience. He looks over, gives a look at us. You're losing, it's a shit fight. Why are you trying to look at us? I would like, if I was you, I'd try and avoid all thought of there being an audience watching, because you're probably putting them to sleep. Jesus. How did Betch Correia versus Carol Rosa out-fucking perform Johnny Walker versus Thiago Santos? What a world we are in. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I picked Thiago Santos to win. I think I went something like 10-1-1 on this card with the no contest in the co-main event. See you later. Goodbye. Click that button up there if you want. I fucking don't even know anymore.